Hey, hello everybody! Thank you all for joining me today with a multiplayer battle for 12-12. So yeah, here we are at a very close dune battle in the dunes between the Muslim faction of the Mamluk Sultanate and the Ayyubid Sultanate. Well, they are facing off against the kingdoms of, I think it is Maru. Maracunia, Macria, and the other ones and maybe Nvidia. I'm just not sure how to pronounce those. But here we are in the battle of the sandy dunes that were for six desert factions are facing off against each other, and it's going to be a really close battle. I fought in it myself, and it was great fun playing as it, and I personally you would think I'm this faction, so for those of you who were curious about that, I'm that faction. And it was great fun. So, yeah, to start off with, I played with the Mamluk Sultanate. I know these guys are called the Ayyubid Sultanate, but those ones just have some really weird names, but we'll see that those at the end of the battle results. So, I hope you enjoy the battle, and let's go and start off. So yeah, basically we just now have some alliance battles. But basically what's sort of happening is that we have like basic two separate battles. You have really this big line battle between these four armies. Well, I am actually facing off against an army over here that has a really interesting composition of having a whole lot of skirmishes. Don't see that really that often with 12-12, so that certainly is interesting. At the time, I did not know that there were these amount of cavalry over here. So yeah, that's one thing to note. And yeah, here we are. I got my army composition as well. Mostly like a little spears. We got some really decent archers, some really long range. I also got some really cool looking infantry. I didn't look them at close, but they look really nice. These Al Musat. Oh, I'm not going to try Al Musat infantry. And then you have some really weird word that I'm not going to try and pronounce because I just know I will say that wrong. And our cavalry as well are now moving up to try and sort of outflank them. Because still at the moment I don't really know just yet what is going to happen. Over here we don't really have an engagement except for these horse archers over here who are... I thought we were maybe engaging them, but that isn't the case. And over here we're still... I'm actually trying to move up quickly so I can attack them. Because of course I don't really want them to attack us in front. And that's sort of also what is now happening. And I'm charging actually forward my cavalry to hopefully outflank them. Because right now I still don't see those cavalry, so that's for me actually kind of useful. Although I possibly should have waited a little bit, but right now I'm just charging in with my cavalry over here against those really heavily upgraded skirmishers. I thought, well, they're kind of open, they don't have cavalry support, and they charge in. They still kill off a lot of my cavalry with those javelins, but they do kill off two units mostly immediately, so that is certainly useful, and they do a lot of damage. Already get 116 kills because of that, so that isn't too bad. I think I'm going to charge. No, I think no, I don't. Oh, right, doesn't matter. But yeah, these guys certainly get some damage done against him. They got 2 units to rout, although my cavalry also died off there. And they did overall not too badly. They certainly helped up disrupting this line. And over here we get also some cavalry engagement. And this cavalry basically charging against these archers, also killing them. And over here we're also going to have a nice charge, actually, I think, against those generals. But that just hasn't happened yet. Over here we are seeing that there really is some sort of a little bit of an engagement in the skirmish phase. Although this is really minimal, we'll get some skirmishes. And overall, it is still really, yeah, just over here, they're still just lining up. And over here, my line has engaged, but as you can see, those javelins are doing some good damage. Over here, my units are actually kind of exposed here, so they're going to possibly pay for that. And over here, I actually charged in their general. I'm just trying to capture him, or at least kill him off. But I think he's just going to get away because this is a medium shock cav, what makes them a little bit less heavy, and these ones are heavy. So I'm just trying to capture him, but I think it just gets away, so that's kind of useful for him. And these cavalry are actually going to fight on for this battle actually quite a long while. What helps me out actually a lot, keeping their cavalry engaged, mine as well. So this sort of uh, a bit of a both sides annoying situation. Here my more heavy infantry are also charging in and getting peppered as well with fire. My archers also firing. But as you can see, some of these units also getting a lot of kills already. Although those ones are mostly archer kills. These archers, doing reasonable, not too bad. But I'm actually coming back with my remaining cavalry, so that's actually not too bad. Because they're going to do a lot of damage. Over here, there is still not really yet any engagement so far. But mostly it's just still skirmishing. Over here as well, also a lot of skirmishing. It seems that their archers are winning that engagement. And over here, it basically is that my right flank with my infantry is totally been routed by them because they just have a lot of skirmishes, and that is just really hurrying me and actually doing me a lot of damage. But my archers are really doing a lot of jobs, and my general as well is doing a really nice job of helping me out with the fight. And overall, not too bad. And I will pause the game for just a second. Here we are. So yeah, over here we actually really routed those cavalry. Those are cavalry going to do kind of well because they're just now actually able to roam free. Because he also cannot really use his general to try and help against these cavalry because they just overpowered them kind of quickly. And they also have actually a lower unit count. And it seems like there is still not really any engagements happening over here. But as we can see here, that one of those, most of the units actually have extra missiles, so that really helps them out a lot, and that is certainly hurting these German spearmen who are getting absolutely butchered by those units. And over here my shock infantry with my general 1, although my general certainly getting a lot of kills, but he is on a really last leg, so I'm really trying to be careful here. And you can also see that he was trying here to try and get them. And my cavalry actually unfortunately did die here with the support of those units. And over here we're going to see the first engagements on this side against some Arab infantry trying to hold against some dismounted Askari nobles. As well over here, just trying to hold the line, although this one is being actually outflanked a little bit. So they're actually shaken, so that's actually kind of bad if you think about how many units is still left. And here the shock unfortunately didn't really get a charge, so that's certainly unfortunate for him. Oh, he actually is. Alright, here we got the cavalry trying to move in, although that is not the greatest charge as we can see here, so a little bit unfortunate. Over here we also have the line engaged. These ones didn't really get the javelins off, so that certainly is an advantage. And over here these, oh my god, these Numidian archers have done a really good job, like 100 kills. And over here we also have some cavalry engagement that is sort of even. Although, it seems like, yeah, these javelins are doing a really lot of damage against the cav. And over here, I am slowly winning the fight, although it's mostly because of my cavalry advantage. It certainly isn't a difficult fight here. I guess their infantry did also really well against mine. It certainly wasn't an even fight to be sure. It is certainly still even. It still can really go sideways. Depends if we can kill their general or I can kill. He kills mine. And over here, it seems that the frontline engagement is starting to be won. I think by the I guess we're going to call it the meeting, the kingdom of Makaria. What is it? Sorry for my mispronunciations. Are here charging, but here we got a really nice cav charge doing a lot of damage. But they also got charged by their cavalry, so it certainly is a lot of mess. And again, it's certainly interesting to see how this fight is going to be who's going to win it, because although over here we see how one of their cavalry is being has been won actually, so that certainly is interesting. Ooh, this cavalry might just be able to free roam, although I possibly should have gone for the archers here. Or here the horse archer actually. Ooh, this one is also not too bad. And over here, it seems to be that I'm winning it in the end. Although it was a really close battle, that must be said. It was just really close because yeah, it was actually really close, and that certainly helped out. Here we got a nice charge from their general. Although this general, I think, but is kind of weak. It just is a really light unit. It just gets killed kind of easily, and I proceeded here as well. It just, I think, about my routes my archer or not. I'm not sure anymore. But obviously here is that the Muliplayer is sort of being outflanked, and his flank is being broken apart by the cavalry, and also their archers doing a really good job. Some of them 130 kills, 80 kills, 154 kills. So yeah, this player is he losing in general, also here being peppered down to death, although getting some kills still. That isn't too bad. And over here we have some John Spears moving up as well. And here we got their general charging against these heavy shock cav who have gotten not too many kills, but his general actually not any yet. Over here we also see some sort of a break in their front line, so it's really interesting to see what's going to happen there. And over here I actually mopped up my my enemy, and I actually won that fight. And now I'm moving up here to try and support my allies. And yeah, his general's getting actually killed by the archer fire. And yeah, that certainly is a lot of damage, I think. That's going to be happening to that. And they're just running away, so he's just getting picked off. And here we got, well, one of their cavalry actually roaming around, but it's doing a lot of damage against this. If they can catch these archers, it really will help them out a lot. Oh no, here we got the Sylvan bodyguards. That would be really useful if they got a good charge in, but I think it is not really a good charge. They should have actually done more, gone around from this side, but I think they still will break this unit, if I'm honest. So, ooh, that is certainly unfortunate for such an archer. Has so much armor left, but they're gonna get slaughtered by those cavalry, pretty sure. So that's certainly unfortunate. And over here we also got some a blob fight, but again, their archers have done a lot of damage, just peppering their infantry. I think their infantry just overall lost the fight against the Numidian coiled infantry, is what I now can tell. And yeah, I think now my ally from this side basically broke his flank, and that certainly did do a lot of damage, especially when his general died. And this, as you can see, you would say, yeah, there's the general of my ally dying. And I'm now charging at him with my cavalry to try and support that flank. And I'm also firing over here with my archers, who have both gotten a lot of kills as well. So my archers were also really doing well in this battle. My general also getting 351 kills. I think one of these cav did also just really well. Almost 530 kills isn't not too bad at all. And reducing a really good amount of damage against these archers, who have been a pain in the butt for my ally. As you can see, he's 128 kills, not bad either. This one 154 kills, so certainly not bad. Now I think I can see a lot of death overall. And as you can see, you would not say there is such a long time left in the balance, but there is. The end of this battle is going to be so close, you won't even remember it. It's going to be really interesting. I really enjoyed playing it. It was really climactic ending, I would say. And these horse archers, decent. Decent. Not bad. And over here we got some old hut archers moving up as well. Over here, I think there, the cap died. And, oof. Numidian Burkalari. Really well done. Look at that. Good amount of kills. And over here, my cavalry, I think, in the end did die though, but they still did well, getting 163 kills. And that's not too bad. And my archers over here actually doing kind of well, getting a lot of kills and just sort of hampering a lot of their abilities. My archers have so much ammo left, so they can do a lot of damage. So that helps out a lot. But yeah, it's going to be just a really close battle. And yeah, it's going to be who is going to be able to pull it off with the minimal amount of units left. As you can see, this is the balance bar. We also start off with like 1,000 less men than they did, so that certainly is a bit of an advantage for them. But again, numbers not always say anything in battles. But yeah, right now the balance bar is a little bit in their favor, but again, they still have a lot of low health cavalry left, and they can certainly do a lot of damage with that. So certainly going to be interesting to see what happens with this. These guys also still have a lot of ammo left, so they can do still a lot of damage. Although, yeah, they have not done too much. And he also has like a general left that has done reasonably well as well. Yeah, right now I'm basically trying to move up and trying to kill off his units, trying to pressure him over here. And yeah, over here there's just really a lot of pulling around. What is happening down here? As you can see, the bodies are basically everywhere. There's not really anywhere on this like line where there were not any casualties. Like over here there were bodies. There is not really a straight line, although you sort of a little bit like this is where the bodies fell mostly. And over here a lot of, but of course this was my engagement. Also anywhere, basically a lot of places where people fought and tried to hold on in the fight here. It certainly was a fun battle. And yeah, I was not sure what I could do really, because I just had like 2 units left, 1 cavalry and some archers. But again, it was still more close than I would expect, especially with how many units is still left. But again, a lot of their units are really to the bone already, like really close to death. So that really helps out with their morale. But again, my ally only has 2 archers left and 1 general, so that certainly is a bit different than you would expect. And I think their general's going to charge here. Oof, that's not a good charge for the general bodyguard. But I think they're cavalry getting shot up here. Ooh. Oh, they are going to be lucky if those ones are out. Or they can kill off the general. It's certainly going to be close. And what we can see as well. I just love the lamellar armor that they have here, or the plate, I'm not sure. I think it's lamellar armor, right? What they wear? Yeah, pretty sure on that. And yeah, that is a really close fight here, because both of them are having not that many men left for the general. Oof, this general, 30 men left, and I think he will win, but really depends a bit. I think they will, they're now retreating, so that certainly is lucky for them. Oh, and he didn't die, so that's really lucky for that enemy force. Oof. And as you can see now as well, it is a very close battle, and neither having these archers, this general's going to charge against these archers, and yeah, just trying to basically shoot up most of their cav. They actually now have no longer any cav except their general, who's almost dead as well. So I'm just trying. I actually did like a really long range shot. I just didn't kill him. Like I think he had like 4 units left in total, so that was so lucky for him. And here we also killed one of them. I don't think he died. Like with 3 units left, he didn't die. The freaking lucky cunt. Oh, the lucky bastard. Yeah, he's one of those 2 units over here is the general, and he didn't die, so he was really lucky in that. But as you can see, there are still not too many units left, and these archers again doing a lot of damage, still having a lot of health left. And these Silver bodyguards doing also really well. And these ones are well, like 191 kills. And over here, oh, these bears, that's actually really good for those speakers, considering what they have. Although they're kind of decent. 105 kills is not too bad for spears. But these Numidian archers again, like 233 kills, such much. So yeah, there's going to be a really interesting battle. Who is going to be able to kill who? Because he has like a general left. I'm basically trying maybe to still reach the general, but it was not really working. He was too far away. So right now we're slowly moving up and trying to catch the enemy. And again, as I said, it's really close here. These units just, yeah, they're being shot up as well as their archers. Oof, so close. And my archers as well, they're also still moving up. And the general too. I will do a little fast forward because now it is mostly still just me moving around trying to capture them. Here we got still some of those archers. I'm still trying to move up. Me as well. He still has some slings. I think these ones will rout. I'm not sure though. But as you can see, there's like 500 against 400. It's just so close. Right now, what I'm now basically doing is I'm charging in with my infantry, what I have left, trying to just win it and see what I can do. It's the last little charge of the battle. My general as well is now sort of making himself ready to go to the attack. I'm still shooting up, although it doesn't really do much damage. Yeah, they're getting some nice shots still against my my unit, unfortunately. But again, I had to sacrifice. These guys are also so exhausted, so they're not going to do that well in the fight. But they're still going to have like one final charge against in the dunes. I guess it must be in Egypt or somewhere, or in Africa at least. And now we're just trying to go around and do some damage. And I'm just still trying to shoot these guys up. And I'm not sure if I'm going to charge it for my cavalry. But these guys really routed kind of quickly. But yeah, these guys do have like a nice backline exposed. I'm still trying to fight them winning it, but it's still, they are fresh and they're also in a shootful formation. These guys are decent, but in the end they're going to get outflanked here. And they die in the end. But again, the archer doing a really good job with suppressing them. And as you can see, with this last unit left, oof, yeah, this also going to be such a crazy charge with so many few units left. They like I think have like one volley of ammo left. So my Mamluk Sultanate here with his sword, just going over there for one final charge. And he actually gets an arrow in his horse, that's why he was lagging behind. But we're charging in against these archers, and we actually do kill this archer unit off. But again, then I charge again against these guys, and I do think I do lose though. And over here we actually get a nice charge against those spears with his general. But I do think he will route, but I don't think he will die, so that's really lucky for us. But no, like in the last 4 armies, basically we had like 4 armies, all of them had their general was gone, but none of their generals died, so that was really helping out in this like final struggle. I would say that if any one of those groups over here had lost their general, it would have been a certain defeat for any one of those. But that really made this like final battle really interesting, because none of them really relied upon the morale shock of the general's death. So that was certainly interesting. And over here we're just trying to yeah, run away. Although I don't think these ones will run away though, to be honest. So now over here my archers are out of ammo and getting a nice amount of kills as well. And this is sort of done. I'm just shooting this group up here, just trying to retreat, and it's sort of really close to the end, so I will fast forward because I'm just basically trying now to come over here and Conoriate, trying to recharge this guy, and we're just hoping that none of our units rout off the field. Here we do have a rout against the Nubian Quillman, and here we're going to charge in against the last of the units. Just trying to hopefully hold so we can recharge them and that maybe bring us a victory. But again, it is so close here. And these Numidian archers with their clubs are now charging in, trying to help their comrades who have been falling all over the place. And doing a recharge. And I think they have out here of the field. And although they didn't route, oh, they went after those units. Okay. As you can see, it's so close. Ooh, 60. And they route off the field, and that was their unit, the route. And now we have like one archer unit left with a little bit morale. But he routes off the field right now, and it was such a Pyrrhic victory. It was so close. It was really fun. I really enjoyed playing it. We thought, oh, that was just great playing it. And here we got the end result of that as well. What you can certainly see here is now here we got the first player with his. I think he was the one on the right flank. So he was playing on that flank. His cavalry did also really well. Although I think I was this faction. Yeah. This the one was the one that was playing on my flank. Um, who got routed the first. His line broke, and then I swooped in, and he did reasonable. His archers really getting not too many kills. I think they might got charged by cavalry, and also his infantry didn't really held up, I guess, against those ones. One of his cavalry did really well, and the general in the end as well actually kind of did well, despite being peppered by archers. This was the one that was playing with me to the end, doing a reasonable amount of damage with the general. His infantry doing really well as well, and one of his archers also doing good, and one of his also archers getting a nice 145 kills, also not bad. Oh, and that sword unit also doing a really nice amount of damage. So, and here another one also doing really well with his unit overall. So, not bad. And that was me. Yeah, my general actually did really well with 433 kills. One of my shock troops also did kind of decent, 200 kills, and one of them did really well. One of my spearmen got absolutely pelted to death by some missiles, and yeah, didn't get any kills. This one also didn't really do too well. This one did decent, but my melee infantry really did not do well. But they just hold the line long enough for me to just recharge with my cav. One of my archers getting a nice 306 kills. Most of my cavalry did decent, and one getting the most amount of kills I think in the game. So a nice 635 kills. So it was a really good battle. I really enjoyed it. Again, for those players playing with me, thank you for the battle. Here we got the other kingdoms. This is the kingdom of Makuria. Is that how you pronounce that? The kingdom of Makuria. And we got the Zoe Kingdom. Okay, yeah, I didn't know that. So, I'm not sure which one of those ones we're fighting. I think it might be the one that we're facing this guy. So, he did really well with his general. 206 kills. Overall, most of his units getting around 150 kills. He run arch again. As I said, those archers really did a lot of damage. And overall, one of his cav did decent. Overall, its other cav didn't really do too well. Then we got another player who gets his cavalry did really well over here as well. Did decent nice kills with his cavalry. So again, nice archer kills as well. One of his swords doing reasonably. And overall, the rest of his line did possibly soak up a lot of damage. And here we got Sir William, who was I actually facing with that Javelin army. That was really interesting to be playing with against. Certainly something different than normal. He really upgraded them all to golden severnage, so I found it really interesting. In the end, I think his swords did actually the best with those javelins. As you see here, some 290 kills. The overall, his javelins weren't really doing that well. This one got charged, I think, in the beginning by cavalry, so just getting any kills at all. Most of them really didn't do too well, as well as his archers. Eesh. So that was certainly unfortunate for him. But it was certainly an interesting battle setup. Certainly something to test out at some point. Ah, come on, really? No. Sorry for that. Something of Netflix started playing in the background. My apologies for that, but I hope all of you enjoyed it. I found a really fun battle. If you want to join me in maybe online battles, I will put a link into the description to my Discord if you are interested and curious to play with me at some point with some multiplayer battles for 12-12 or any other Total War related videos. So again, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all in the next video for my channel. Bye bye, and have a great day.